Hi everybody, in this video we will go over the hints on how to do the TokenPass problem part A only. So before we do this, let's go ahead and read part A for the TokenPass problem. So notice that part A and also part B are inside the TokenPass class. In part A, what we needed to do was basically make sure that in our board, like here, when we set up the board, each spot has a certain number of tokens, and this is going to be a random number of tokens from 1 to 10. Now, I think the problem said that each player is going to occupy one spot in the array, and so when I reset this and run part A, again, it's going to give each spot or player a random number of tokens from 1 to 10. So let's keep in mind that we have our board, which is our integer array, and we also have current player, which is basically a spot on the board. Remember how I said that each player represents one spot, so current player is going to be one of those spots. So this says that in part A, it creates the board array to be of size player count and fills it with random integer values from 1 to 10, inclusive. So that's just like I said over here, fills each spot with a random number of tokens so that each player has a different or just a random number of tokens from 1 to 10. Then it says it initialized current player to a random integer in the range between 0 and player count minus 1 inclusive. In other words, current player is just going to be one of these spots. So it could be this one or it could be this one. We're not sure, but it's going to set it to be one of these randomly. In order to do this problem, we need to first initialize an array so that it contains a certain number of elements. Why do we need to do that? Well, because it says it creates a board array to be of size player count. So our board is an array of integers. It's been declared, but we have not actually created a new array with a certain size. So that's what you need to do. The second hint is you need to know how to generate a random integer. Why do you need this? Well, it tells you that you need random integer values from 1 to 10 inclusive when you set up the board and place a random number in each spot. You also need random numbers because you need to choose a current player that's random from 0 to player count minus 1. In other words, you need to choose one of these players to start the game. Finally, you will need to know how to loop through an array, setting each item in the array to a specific value. Why would you need to do that? Well, because when you are setting up the game, each item of the array is going to need a random integer that symbolizes how many tokens each spot has. So you definitely need a loop to loop through the array. I would go ahead and try this problem out given these hints, and if you need more hints, feel free to scroll down to where it says coding reminders, because this gives you a lot more reminders on how to possibly do part A coding wise. And if you're still struggling, don't forget to click that there's going to be a video for part A coding reminders, or really coding reminders for the whole problem. That's it. For hints and solutions for all other parts, please see the other videos. Thank you.